Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and we're continuing with this series of looking back at every GTA Online update since 2013. This time it is the High Life update. And it released probably the most famous car in GTA Online, even still to this day, the Pegasi Zentorno. You'll talk to some people today, and they'll be like, hey, what's the fastest car? They'll say, of course, this is Zentorno, the Batmobile. You guys remember every single YouTuber making a video how to get the Batmobile in GTA Online, and it was just the Zentorno. Very insane customization options, very insane speed. It wasn't the fastest straight line, but around the corners, it was so easy. It was like a go-kart to drive. It was the go-to in races, even up to, 2018. So good and timeless of a vehicle.
They're all getting better lap times than what they had done with the Entity. So the Zentorno is definitely the quickest car in the game now, fully modded or not, and I've found that as well when I've been testing it. And it eats up the lap time really.
So let's do a quick rundown of the High Life update. They added 4 high-end vehicles, 1 weapon. They added the mental state system. So now when you kill too many players on the map, you turn red and people would know to come after you. That was kind of chaotic when it released. A lot of split opinions between that. They added the ability to buy 2 more properties and 5 new High Life apartments with new interior layouts. We haven't had that in a while in GTA Online. And with races, you now have the option to turn non-contact on, which means you can't hit into any other players. This was massive in the racing community. As I told you a few videos ago, I was a big part of the racing community of Bruffy's nonchalant dominance racing crew. Bruffy 132, I don't talk about him a lot on the channel. He had this massive racing crew. I was part of it. I stayed up 24 hours to compete in a race. This was a massive thing, especially for public races when you just don't want people to crash into you, you know. And in good old Rockstar fashion, this was the first ever GTA Online update to be delayed from April 22nd to May 13th, 2014. So this update was about the High Life. It's time to expand your foothold in Los Santos with the High Life update, which features new high-end apartments, multi-property ownership, new job outfits, the powerful bullpup rifle, and more. This latest automatic update to GTA Online adds 5 new options to Los Santos real estate market at prime locations like Eclipse Towers, Richards Majestics, and others. There is also a trio of exquisite new cars, plus the new Dinka Thrust touring motorcycle. So the 4 new vehicles they added was the Dinka Thrust, Pegasi Zentorno, Dubace Mascaro, and Huntley S. The Massacro was a very good vehicle. It wasn't ever the fastest, but it was easy to drive. It handled great. The top speed was decent. So it was actually pretty high up there with the other top sports cars. It wasn't the fastest, but I think this was like one of the first vehicles that it just added everything up together so that it became pretty competitive just by combining the pretty decent top speed to the great handling and cornering. So really a kind of a sleeper vehicle I would call it in my top 10 vehicle lists these days. They also added 10 vehicles from single player into online that you'll be able to buy, including the Voltic, Coquette, Banshee, Stinger, F620, the Dominator, which you could always find on the streets. This was my first ever vehicle in GTA Online. Even though you couldn't buy it, you could only find it on the street. The Sentinel XS, the Fusillade, and the Penumbra. And they added 8 new contact missions and 4 new races. The 4 new apartments added was Del Paso Heights, Integrity, Richards Majestics, Tensile Towers, which is also a very good one of the only apartments without an obstructed view of the downtown city. And of course, at $500,000, the Eclipse Towers Apartment 3, being the most expensive apartment at the time. And these feature new interiors, new updated modern interiors, bigger windows. Now the Eclipse Towers was actually very controversial because the view didn't actually view downtown. Yeah, if you spent $500,000 on this, which was a lot at the time, you couldn't even see downtown. It kind of faced the side, which was a nice view. You could see the ocean actually, but you didn't face downtown where you could see other players outside driving helicopter jets. But of course, these apartments do give you the 10 extra garage slots to buy the $725,000 Pegassi Zentorno. Again, the Batmobile. Look up any Zentorno video on YouTube right now and you'll probably still see how to make the Batmobile in GTA Online with Zentorno.
What is going on, everybody? The Saints fan. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today, what we're going to be doing is showing you guys the new Zentorno and the new Massacro, the two new super and sports cars in the High Life update. These are absolutely amazing.
It had one of the most crazy customization options ever with the back wing, but also it was one of the most fastest. It handled the city streets perfectly. It was a go-to in races, and yeah, like I said at the beginning, still, as people today, they'll probably still say that the Zentorno is the fastest vehicle if they obviously don't play GTA Online a lot these days, but they'll probably still say this is an iconic vehicle and it's 100% deserved. And it was OP too. You guys remember? The Zentorno doesn't actually have back windows, it just has those little slots. So you used to be backed up to, so when a Zentorno comes up to you, you have a bounty on you, they would back up and shoot out through the side window from behind. And you couldn't kill them because there was no back window, so it was pretty OP. You know you were messed up if a Zentorno came after you in reverse, basically. And that actually, in fact, made it good for missions. Remember, this was before the heist update, before the Armored Kuruma. So this was a go-to vehicle for missions because enemies couldn't shoot you from behind. So not only was this a go-to vehicle for races, this was the go-to vehicle for contact missions. Even death matches, if they had this vehicle in a death match, people would hop into this. So this vehicle with the Zentorno is by far the best highlight of this DLC. Even compared to the new apartments, especially the Eclipse Towers apartments with that view. And this is one of the rare updates around the 2014 area that had a double money event. From May 2nd to May 3rd, there was a double money and RP money boost for all jobs. Not just races, not just content missions, everything. They don't do this nowadays in GTA Online, I'm for sure. But man, that was huge. Now, I also just want to take a look at what's going on in the community around this time too, because this was kind of like a little peak for 2014, you know? It's just a few months after GTA Online released. But YouTube is starting to come up more. I mean, you thought it was big in 2013. Think about 2014 was crazy. You had Expert Thief, most notably.
What is up, guys? Expert Thief here. But you can call me Expert, and today we are revisiting an old challenge in GTA. Get 5 stars on a bicycle. What is up, my sexy army? Expert Thief here. But you can call me XT0OG. Because it's time for another episode of Grand Theft Auto Thug Life. And we're doing another Money on My Head, Protect the President VIP.
He created the Bounty Hunting series. That was one of my favorite series of all time. That was one of my favorite series of all time when 14-year-old me wanted to love to dog the bounty hunter. This was basically an Expert Thief's series he made. And he was actually a very close friend with T. Martin. T. Martin was one of the most notable GTA creators, making an episode almost every single day, non-stop. And he's kind of the one that kind of gave a little boost to these races. Every single video he'll make, he would go in a race. He would show off these new vehicles, just a whole video dedicated to one vehicle at a time. The new apartments, he created the Golden Bugatti, which got massive popularity on one of his videos. And look at them, 300,000 on the Zentorno video for 2013 for GTA Online video. Not many people could get those views even on a pranks video per se. So this was a massive, massive thing. If you were grinding out that GTA Online content on YouTube back in 2014, when still gaming wasn't actually a very big thing, you were gonna get some big views. I think you also had Van Lost Gaming around this time too.
Come on, get ready, get ready, get ready, 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 now! Go, 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 go! Oh, it didn't work!
Holy shit!
He was one of the most popular ones. You had Luigi Caliber, Vanos Gaming, doing the crew events, crew videos. Just hilarious times. If you guys weren't around YouTube back then with GTA Online, I recommend looking up some old Vanos Gaming videos because that is iconic. I don't think there will ever be a time that we get GTA videos like that ever again. Even GTA 6. You might get some crew videos here and there, but nothing ever like that. Definitely recommend checking that out. I'm even gonna leave a link in the description linking to one of those videos, a random one I select. Go check that out. I promise you it'll be hilarious. But yeah, the High Life update, it was a sign of things to come. It gave us one of the most popular vehicles of all time, and GTA Online still hasn't even reached its peak yet. Contact missions are going strong, street races are going strong, YouTube is going strong. What else could they add next?